getting jacked and getting more women. That's the topic of today's video. So if you're already in the gym, fantastic, keep going. But if you've been a bit inconsistent or you haven't even started lifting some weights, then let me just give you some inspiration. Let me take you through how it's helped me, my dating life, my life as a man in general. Because as a young man, you really should be lifting some weights. So here goes. First benefit for your dating life, quite obvious. You're going to be looking better, right? You're just going to be more aesthetic. Your clothes will fit nicely. You can take your shirt off on the beach, in the bedroom. She'll be like, whoa, look at your body. Look at these arms, chest, right? Don't fall for the stupid saying that lifting weights doesn't get you girls, it gets you guys. Okay, that's complete bullshit. It's just totally not been my experience. And the guys who experience that, they do these strongman type like workouts. They basically do powerlifting. They get all like puffy and bulky and they become like walking fridges. Yeah, that's not very attractive. Fair enough. The way I'm telling you to do it, and by all means do your research as well, is by working on specific muscle groups that actually make you more aesthetic. We want you to have nice proportions. So we want you to have broad shoulders. That means working on your delts, especially the lateral delts. So if you didn't know, your shoulder actually has three parts to it: front, rear, and side delts. You want to be working on the side ones, especially because that's going to give you the broad shoulder frame, and it's going to help you with that V taper. You also want to be integrating a lot of back exercises, grow nice, strong back. Again, it's going to help with your V taper, and don't neglect the legs as well. So do your research, create a workout routine that works for you. I've also got a bit of a deep dive into fitness and how to be more aesthetic in my dating course, which I'm pre-releasing right now. So if you're keen on looking into that, then link's going to be in the description. That's the number one benefit. Benefit number two is that you're going to command more respect, both from men and from women. Now, if you were raised without a father figure like I was, or your mommy basically told you what to do all of your life, and I've been in that situation growing up, you're just not used to like commanding respect. You become this pushover. You're trying to seek some people's approval, and maybe you're supplicating to girls and they walk all over you, and guys just don't respect the pushover. They don't respect the nice guy in the group. But by being physically bigger, by being more imposing with your frame, you will naturally, like, let's say you haven't opened your mouth at all. You just literally turn up into a room, new people, they don't know you. All they see is your physique. The baseline of respect that you will enjoy will always be significantly higher if you're muscular, if you're in shape, both from men and from women. And from there, people will naturally treat you better. And guess what? Because they're already treating you better from the get-go, you get a positive feedback loop. You become used to good treatment, and then you start to expect it, and then your self-esteem grows. And so you see how we're putting you in this virtuous cycle of being treated better and then expecting to be treated better, and therefore you'll be treated even better, right? And so, there are things about your character that you have to develop in terms of setting boundaries with women and not taking shit from other men, etc. But as a baseline, your physique will take you a good chunk of the way there, even if you don't change any of your psychology that may have been ruined by being raised without a father, by being raised by a single mom and everything. Benefit number three, you're going to become a more disciplined young man. This shit takes time, right? You're not going to fine. If you've never picked up a weight in your life, in the first 6 months, you're going to make some crazy progress if you stay consistent. But this is a lifelong pursuit. Like, I've been lifting weights for about 8 years now, I want to say. And I'm still not where I want to be. Yeah, I've had some ups and downs, but it's just something that will always require me to show up. And it's going to build your character. You're going to learn to trust the process, to be happy with like small incremental gains. And you're going to apply that to business. You're going to apply that to your dating life. You're not going to go off like a crybaby if a girl rejects you, because you'll know that, for example, cold approach or running first dates effectively is a skill that you need to master, to put time in. You're going to respect the time and effort something valuable takes to come. And so you're just going to become much more resilient to the shit that life throws in your way. And guess what? Being a disciplined man is very, very attractive to women, right? They're going to sense that you have a mission, you're purpose driven. And benefit number four is that your hormones will improve, especially your testosterone. So testosterone for us young men, and for men in general, is basically our life force. It's our zest for life. The more of it we have, the more we want to achieve things, pursue hard tasks, make progress. The more confident we are, the higher our sex drive. We just live life on a higher plane. And that's fucking awesome, if you ask me. And women will definitely be able to sense that. And so you might have healthy levels of testosterone, but chances are yours are on the lower side, or your life could improve, they were even higher. And especially if, you've been raised by a single mom and you've kind of been in this like subjected state of being told what to do, and you haven't really like had control of your life, your testosterone, your psychology as well, and your hormones are probably on the lower end, and you could do with a bit of a boost, especially with the bullshit that we're being fed in supermarkets, all the microplastics, and not getting enough sunlight, and all these things. I'm not going to go into the full science of it, but we're kind of being sedated as men and sterilized, and our testosterone being grabbed away from us by these fucking wokies. And so lift some heavy weights, get your testosterone in check, try and get some blood work done before and after a few months of going to the gym, and then see the difference. And then watch your dating life transform. You're going to be able to walk up to a girl and you'll be so driven to like get women that it's going to be so natural. Like you're going to be cold approaching almost an autopilot. And, the way you run dates, you're going to be more intentional. You're going to be more of a leader. You're going to be guiding her through the interaction and all the way into the bedroom. And she's going to love that. She's going to love that version of you who is proactive, taking charge, not these fucking like soy boy relationships where it's like, oh, it's 50-50 and the girl's gonna, bro, I see this so much. I'm literally sat in a cafe and I'll see a couple walk in. This is a bit of a rant, but I'll see a couple walk in and the guy is literally absolutely clueless. He's just in outer space somewhere, not even present. The girl will literally pick the seat, lead him to the table, place the order, handle everything. He's just there, like sky high, right? You want to be the James Bond guy. He leads his women confidently, smoothly, and you're not going to be able to achieve that with low testosterone. So get your ass in the gym, lift some weights, get your hormones in check, and watch how your life will completely transform. And benefit number 5 is that the gym will always be there for you. So you've heard me talk before about your sphere of control, right? Like the things in your life that are under your control, irrespective of what happens around you, how your dating life is going. If a girl is on some bullshit and she's not replying or she's rejected you, you have your sphere of control that you can always fall back on. And that's going to keep you busy or preoccupied with your own growth. And it's going to keep you interesting. And it will earn her respect that you've got these things going on. So the gym is one of the biggest ones for me, has been for the last 8 years. Every time I've had a bad day or broken up with a girl or some girls rejected me, go back to the weight room, pick up some weights. They'll always be there for you. Women will come and go, but you'll figure out that the weights will always be there for you. Make some gains. You'll always feel better. Like I've never walked into a gym feeling like shit, maybe after a bad day with a girl, and come out worse. I've always come out better. Nice pump, making some gains, getting my protein in after. I know I'm going to wake up feeling a bit more jacked, a bit stronger, a bit more confident, and life just keeps ticking along. And guess what? You're not going to be thinking about that girl who rejected you 6 months from now. Why? Because you're so much more jacked now. You're in shape. Girls are eyeing you up. You've got a six-pack. You've got nice biceps. You're getting more chicks. Life goes on, my friend. So that's it from me for today. Go hit the weights. Get some beautiful ladies on your arm. And if you want more in-depth advice on how to transform your dating life as a young man, especially if you've been raised without a father figure, then check out my course in the description. I'll see you in the next video.